Hey, this is Craig Garber from KingofCopy.com with another edition of this week's Ask Me Baby. Now, I just got back from the gym. I'm feeling very invigorated. I had a nice long cardio workout. Today's my break from the weights. Tomorrow I'll be back doing some shoulders with my son. And I'm all pumped up and excited. And I go through the Ask Me Baby questions, and I find a couple of questions that are sort of disheartening because I don't really have good news to deliver on them. So having said that, let me go and dig in, and I'm sure there's some lessons in there for me for this week. All right, so this one, I got a question here from a guy named Don Much. Don, I'm sorry, don't take any of this personal. I'm on your team, baby, but it ain't going to be good news. I'm like the hospital. I'm like the doctor who's telling you got cancer, only your business has cancer. So here goes. Craig, I have a website called PremierPowerShopping.com. Since July 2008 and not one sale. We have tried multiple marketing techniques to no avail. What would you suggest? Okay, well, here's what I suggest. First of all, he sent this to me back in February 2009. So July 2008 to February 2009 is 5 and 2, 7 months. Why are you waiting 7 months and then you're sending a question in to get free marketing advice? You know, if you ask a woman to go out for 7 months straight and she keeps saying no, at some point in time you get the idea that this is just not meant to be. And I looked at your website, my friend, and this is just not meant to be. You're not going to get any sales because, frankly, your website sucks. There's first of all, I don't even know what it is. I go to the website, Don, and it's just a bunch of like banners of other companies. And then you have a video that starts automatically that's horrible. It just shows you pictures of stuff you could buy. And I have no idea what the whole purpose of the website is, or what I'm supposed to do, or why, and this is the most important, so pay close attention, why am I supposed to buy from you instead of somebody else? It looks like it's just some sort of an affiliate website that's a consolidated thing where you get, I don't know how you get paid or why you get paid, but there's no reason for me to give you money. What's in it for me, baby? That's what your prospects want to know. What is in it for me? And I went to your website, and not only was there nothing in it for me, it was like sales repellent. It was like walking up to me in the gym 25 minutes ago. Bad news. Ain't going to be good. No one's coming near me, okay? So get an idea that works. Just because you have a business doesn't mean you should have a business. You ever see a big fat woman walking through the mall and she's wearing something real tight? Well, you know what I say when I always see that? Just because they make it in a size 2 doesn't mean you got to wear it in a size 2. And that's what's going on with your business. Just because it can do business doesn't mean you should be doing business. And if you're waiting 7 months to get a sale and you're, in your mind, you're probably thinking, and you don't know any better, right? So you're probably thinking, I'm going to stick it out. I'm making a video. Thank you. You're probably thinking, I'm going to stick it out. I'm persistent and I'm Don Much. No one can cripple me. You're wasting your time. Certain things you need to walk away from. That's a bad idea, and this was a bad idea you should walk away from. And why would you wait 7 months and then hope Craig Garber gives you free advice? Go pay somebody that's competent after 2 weeks. Hey, man, I'm driving tons of traffic here. Nothing's happening. Then on top of it, to add insult to injury, at the bottom of the banner, you have click here to make more money in some home-based business. It's just, you walk into the grocery store, and they got a guy up front trying to sell you steak knives, and there's no relevance to what you're doing. So to me, this is a you-centered website, not a what's in it for your customer or your prospects on our website. So it's just not going to work. So, and most important, don't wait 7 months and then get free advice. That's just silly thinking. Okay, next question from Mike Hill, I think it is. I'm trying to get realtors or investor types to respond to a cold email and then get them to visit my CAP page. I don't know what a CAP page is, but when you're trying to get someone to respond to a cold email, my friend, that's called spam. Let's write it down for you in case you don't know it, okay? Find a pen here. S-P-A-M. Spam. That's not good. Don't send someone a cold email. You walk into a party. Hey, I'm here in my leisure suit. Well, were you invited? No. Go away. That's how people feel when they get your spam, okay? So you can't attract people to anything from spam because you're being a pain in the ass. You're an unwanted, unnecessary irritant, and the best thing that people could do for a guy like you is delete. Sorry to be so blunt, but this is how people are feeling when they get your stuff. I don't know what a CAP page is. Trying to build a list to insert into Aweber. Wanting to sign them up for a BizOp service for realtors. I'm astounded. Somebody who's trying to sell a BizOp is going to try to do it through spam. I can't believe it. What kind of format, style, and length should an email be to get their permission? You know, this question reminds me of another question. You know, this is your question in disguise. I've made so much money now that my biggest problem is on Friday night I got a pocket full of cash and I just have no idea what restaurant to go to, and that sucks. What the hell kind of question is this? The length of your email? Do you think the length of your email really matters? I write really long emails that do well. I write really short emails that do well. Why? Because I'm not doing what you're doing here, my brother. Wasting my time. I'm being compelling, interesting, inviting. I'm giving you something, a benefit. What's in it for you? Here, I have a gift for you, some wisdom, some knowledge, something you could take away and make money from, something that'll be compelling, something that'll make you think, something that'll put a smile across your face, which everybody wants, you know? Not, I'm sending you spam, and what I really need to know is, how long should my email be? No, you want to go out, attract people. If you're doing it online, use it doing AdWords, joint ventures, banner ads, offline. You're doing realtors, dude. You know, realtors is a great marketplace because it's prolific. Anybody, I mean, there's billions of realtors out there. There's more places to buy lists from. Do a mailing. Don't be so cheap. Do a nice mailing. Drive them to your site with some offer that's going to be compelling for them, and then you'll be good to go. Don't try to spam people. I hate that. Anyway, let me take a yoga moment here. I don't do yoga, but I'm going to take a moment here to myself to recompose and get in a positive mood because of all this toxic stuff I've been going through. So hold on. Some guy sent me an email last week. He said I look like Shrek. Now, I know the bald head, and let's face it, I ain't the best looking guy around, but Shrek? Come on. I mean, that's just uncalled for. I'm sorry. Anyway, listen, I hope you got a lot out of this, actually, because there's some good pointers and good tips in there in between all the humor, and that's what I want you to focus on. And I hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it. I hope you have a great weekend. And by the way, we're going into our 4th year publishing my newsletter. 4th one's the charm. Read in 13 countries right now. I've now got a separate web page because there are so many testimonials that are coming in. I needed a completely separate web page for my newsletter. So if you go to kingofcopy.com/SSNL, I think you'll find that interesting and informative, and you go to another page that says somewhere in there, click here for more testimonials. Check it out. Got some great stuff this month. There are, let's see, 9 examples, including one example of how I did a Google test for my headline of my book. Ads, hybrid lead generation, which is an unconventional form of lead generation in between direct selling and conventional 2-step lead generation. I got a new ad I rewrote in here. I got some insight into my book. This is a 2-step lead generation ad in financial services, along with separate headlines, ideas for you. Order forms, everything in here. Don't leave your butt behind. There's an ad in there for plastic surgery, and I want to show you how it's supposed to be clever, but it's not, and lots of people do stuff like this. And then I got a nice life lesson here about a letter I wrote to my son 10 years ago. Anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Have a great weekend, and go sell something. Later on, this is Craig Garver from KingofCopy.com. We're signing off. Send in some questions to Ask Me Dave. So long now.